Jake Paul's website. Got your hat.
No. Straight on it.
Straight
Oh, do you
on
know
it.
what? I want one. $25 for no man. People are giving him loads. Listen, I hated the guy. I mean, like properly hated the guy. I didn't even know him. I didn't know the guy for ages. And then I thought, wow, I hate this guy. What the fuck is he?
So here's to the fighters, the fans on the game. Here's to the blood, sweat and tears and the fame. And here's to McKee, you ready to go on the Brutally Honest MMA show.
And welcome to the Brutally Honest MMA show. I'm Az. It's been a while. And this is my co-host, Key. How are you doing, Key?
I'm alright, buddy. How's yourself, has it?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. And we've got a lot to talk about, catch up on. There's a lot going on this week. Where shall we kick in? What do you want to talk about?
Bellator? Shall we go on Bellator? What's just happened? Let's do what's just happened.
Yeah,
before we go on to what's about to happen.
Great lineup. It was a great lineup last night. I mean, it was a bit disappointing that Romero couldn't have made that match. I think the Rumble Romero fight was the fight that no fans actually knew they wanted until it was made, and then everyone wanted it. And it was a great lineup. It
was disappointing, wasn't it, when you read, when it was like, Romero's pulled out. I was like, for fuck's sake, and I can imagine Bellator. I can imagine the promotions over there, like, going, this is what we've built. We've built this massively. So they rushed and they got Rumble a fight. And they got Rumble a fight, and Rumble himself said he was pissed with his performance. I mean, I know Rumble's been out for a while, but he was expected bulldoze through that dude. And he did, but he got dropped in the first. Rumble got dropped in the first.
Yeah, I think this shows the time off that he's had as it's had impacted him. And if he'd have fought Romero,
exactly, this is what I'm about to say. It's probably good that Romero didn't come out of that, because it's give Rumble a chance, retune his body a little bit, get used to the fight game again. That was a shock. He shouldn't have been dropped by that dude.
No,
Fair enough.
He
knocked him out. Yeah, he knocked him out in the second round. Finished him. Does what Rumble does emphatically. You know, he's power. He's a powerhouse. He's an absolute powerhouse. Rumble is. I love the guy. Quality.
What he did is he got too excited when he saw that hand was gone and he wasn't using it, and he got wild, and he didn't need to get wild. Just stand back, pick him apart, or even take him down. Use your wrestling. I don't know what he was playing at.
What would have happened if he was facing the Soldier, though? That's what I mean. It's like it could be a blessing in disguise for Rumble. Maybe Rumble got humble.
Rumble got humble.
I like that one, Ozzy. You can keep that. You can keep that one.
No, I agree. I think it's a blessing in disguise. If that was Romero, I think Romero's having him.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Romero hasn't fought for a bit, but nowhere near as long as what Rumble hasn't fought. He'd have been the much fresher fighter. I know he's older, but he'd have been the much fresher fighter. Romero would.
Let's have a look at. Just out of curiosity, when was the last time your Romero fought? Because it feels like a while ago. Was it that?
I think it was against Adi once. It was against
Adesanya?
I'm sure it was against Adesanya.
Oh, great. The Soldier of God. Here we go. There he is.
There he is, doing my catchphrase.
It was Israel Adesanya, which was is that's July, isn't it? Is it July or March? How's it done here? Because
it's American. I think it might have been March, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's
so
March.
You're talking a year.
We're looking at a year.
I thought it was longer than that, to be honest with you.
I think a year is quite. Well, I don't know. It's not
really. Your top fighters. I suppose he isn't a top fighter though. Is he a top fighter? Maybe not. Your top fighters maybe fight once a year, don't they?
Yeah, when they get to that level. Let's have a look at
Rumble. Hasn't fought since Cormier, was it? Was it when he lost to Cormier?
Feels like that. Feels a long time ago, but he has been active, like on the grappling scene. He's done a few grappling events recently, hasn't he? He did Chael Sonnen's submission underground. So, here we go. Daniel Cormier. And it was 2017. Time
4
flown.
years ago.
That's a long time.
So maybe that's why he got dropped in the first. You know, it's like it doesn't matter who you're fighting. These guys are professionals, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like if you're out on it for a while and you're not quite up to speed, you're
want
getting dropped, aren't you? Doesn't matter the power what you've got. Yeah, fair enough. You got the power. Rumble has got the power, and he proved it in the second round. You know, that's that power. Rumble Johnson power. But you know, if you're not up to scratch and you're not sharp enough, you get dropped.
Yeah, I think the problem was he did look quite sharp. To be fair, I think it was more to do with the fact I think he got overexcited, like being back in the cage, and he was looking for that finish. And I think a more seasoned fighter, they all back, don't they? They don't rush in those circumstances. They pick them apart a bit, and the guy was still swinging. Like it wasn't like he wasn't. He was still dangerous. He was throwing them spinning back elbows and everything, wasn't he? So,
always dangerous, always dangerous. Look, I'm looking at that now on your screen, and look who he's got the win against before DC. It was against Glover, right? Glover. And look what he's doing now to Sherry. He was counted out then in 2016, right? He was counted out then. So Sherry was he was like, oh yeah, that's him. That's a done of him. He's old and blah blah blah. That was 2016. 5 years later, he's a fucking title fight now. He's fighting Jan for the title.
I agree. I mean, he picked up a few wins in between the losses, but they weren't impressive wins. I remember around that time, it was like you say, it was looking like it was done.
Is this Glover's now?
Yeah, this is Glover's.
Couture, Smith, Thiago Santos,
I mean,
and then but that's a good look at it. They are good names though, like Couture, and then the Anthony Smiths and Thiago Santos's and people like Corey Anderson was the last time he lost, and it's like he wasn't on a great run then. When he lost to Corey, there was a few people like around that time he lost against. There you go. So you've got it up now. So you got like I say. So in 3 out of 5 fights, Anthony Johnson, Gustafsson, Corey Anderson beat him. He beat Cannonier. That's a good win. To be fair,
to be fair, it is a good win. But
so he had 2 wins out of 5 in that moment. Now he had 2 wins out of 5, and he was sort of an old man then. He's even an older man now. Don't get me wrong, but he's been a beast, hasn't he? Like he's been. Do you know why? Because he gets hit, and he never gets put out. It's like he'll get hit, and he'll look like you've knocked him out. People have made the mistake all the time. I think Santos put him on his arse. Smith that put him on his arse and stuff like that before he got dominated. And then thought that they're going to win. But he's an absolute battler, and he just carries on. He'll grab your legs, and he'll ground and pound you, and that's it. And he deserves his title shot at... How old is he?
41.
41, he deserves that. I love him. And I tell you what, he'll fucking beat Jan. He's blagging that bout at the bit. I loved Jan when he knocked Rockhold out because I fucking hate Rockhold.
Yeah.
Right, so I love that. That was mint. That was ace. But Jan's blagging that title at the moment. He's got wins on his bout against Addy. Addy didn't even beef up. Addy just fought it. He might as well have fought it lightweight, you know. He's like, he did nothing. It's like Bones is stepping up to heavyweight. And he's made an effort to, beef himself up and do everything. Made that. Addy went in there. I don't know if it's too cocky or I don't know what it was, but he didn't even make an effort for beef up. He pretty much went in. He looked very skinny, and he got completely outpowered. By the Polish power, Jan. So Jan's got another good record there. So Jan's CV looks good. You got your Rockholds, like your poster boy Rockhold, fuck off. It's like he's wank anyway, he's got no chin. You fought Adesanya, well done, you got Adesanya, but Adesanya was skinny Adesanya, you're not going to beat Adesanya at Adesanya's weight. Adesanya stepped up and didn't step up in weight, weirdly. And then so it's like he got a good. I think he beat Volkan Oezdemir as well. I think he got a good knockout against them. But that guy is blagging that the only person who's had that title is Johnny Bones. So that's who we've ever known have that title is Bones, isn't he? So that's all anyone's ever known. So he stepped up and he's trying to get Bones. He's trying to get the Bones part. Bones has already said, discounted. It's never going to happen.
Not now. He's put on too much weight.
And, he won't be able to lose that to get back down to that.
No, because he's took nearly a year, has it now? It's been a long while.
which is weird. I don't get why it's took so long. I know he's done it carefully, right? But I don't get why it's took so long because he's dead tall. He's not so. DC is 5'10", isn't he? And DC 5'10".
Yeah, but DC's fat and he's like fat muscly.
No, but he wasn't. Yeah, but he's fighting at light heavy. And when he went to the heavyweight, he just ballooned up and he went there and then he did what he did. But he's still short. But Johnny Bones is tall. Shouldn't take that much to get to heavyweight for Bones.
It shouldn't, but I think he wants put on a lot of muscle. Like, have you seen him lately? Like, he's halfway to Ngannou's size. Like, he's really putting on a lot of muscle. And
he's
I think
he's doing it clever, to be fair. He's doing it clever. He's making sure he's calm, calculated, get there, get the mass, get the muscle, keep the sharpness. He'll beat Ngannou. He'll beat Ngannou.
He will.
That's me.
I don't know if you watched that video. He's been putting videos on of his training, and he was saying that there's no one as athletic as he is at heavyweight.
I saw him on the treadmill the treadmill. And they had him, and he was like doing that sprint thing.
Yeah.
And he was bragging about how fast he can sprint with being heavy, being weighty as well. Yeah. I'm more impressed with his weightlifting than that sprint. That sprint it's all right, but it was like for 10 seconds. Yeah, that's not impressive to me. Yeah, he's pelted it for 10 seconds. Pelt it for longer than that. Pelt it for a minute. Do that speed for 60 seconds and I'll be impressed. It's an heavyweight. Don't fucking show me a 15-second video. It's like, I love Johnny Bones. I love it. That you show me them videos, pressing, mints, love all that. Don't show me a 10-second video on a treadmill where anyone can sprint like a madman for 10 seconds, then jump off and then look good. Anyone can do that.
I was going to say, impressive. Even I could do that. Anyone, like you say,
that's for the cameras.
Most people can. He's always been that kind of person, though, Andy. He likes to try to show off and showboat, and he's had a bit of back and forth with Ngannou over Twitter recently.
Back and forth? I'd say it's more forth. He's had nothing back. It's just all in, isn't it?
Ngannou said, I think, two things, and then Bones went on to say, like, wrote an essay, a 2-hour essay. He's trying to start something, and
I think do you know what though? I feel for him because I think Bones is here working his bollocks off, like saying, "Fuck me, I'm trying to promote the biggest fight in history. I'm trying to promote the biggest fight in history. Give me something, Freddy. Give me something back." It's like I'm doing everything, and Friday's okay, come on then, Bones, we'll do it. It's like that ain't selling fights, is it?
To be fair though, right? I thought they were starting something good because Ngannou went back quite hard, right? And he started making some good comments. And I was thinking, buzzing, this is going to be ace. And then nothing.
But Bones would have been there. I thought, yes, get in. He's actually said something, he's doing something. And it's like, if you've got this scary motherfucker, this big fucking scary African who's coming down at you, he's a heavyweight champion of the hardest person in the world. It's like you want that be an horrible bastard who's going to be mint at the other side as well and intimidate people. And that's what you want him to do against Bones. And that's what Bones is trying to draw out because he wants the money. Like the more Ngannou says, the more money goes in Bones' pockets. Yeah. Isn't it? Is that it's an easy sell, that fight is, but you can make it an ultimate fight rather than just an easy sell fight. Because they could do no press conferences at all, do no back and forth, and just say, right, it's Bones versus Ngannou on July 13th, and it's going, box office will go insane. It'll go insane. Yeah. So what you want to do though, when you want to make the money, like Dana, I'm sure like Dana and everyone, like everyone's going to want to make the money. Bones is going to want more money. You'd think Ngannou would want more money. So what they do then, they say, right, no matter what we're making box office records, let's fuck shit up. Let's Conor McGregor. Let's do that kind of thing. Doesn't seem. I feel like it's hard work for Bones to try and draw him out. I hope he does. He needs to get under his skin. I don't know how you get under.
Yeah, the problem is
his skin.
The problem with Jones is he's not good. He's not good at doing that. He's not good at getting under people's skin. Like a lot of
But
people
DC
do
will tell you
hit the
different.
high road. Apart from the DC thing, but he crossed the line, didn't he, with DC? Like he started talking about his dad and, you know, very personal things about his dad dying and things like that. And
what happened though? It was one of the biggest rivalries in UFC history.
It was.
Exactly. So talk about as Ngannou got a dad that's dead.
I don't know.
If he's got a dead dad, Bones get on him.
I mean, he's just not good at doing it. I just don't think he's ever going to be that person that he wants to be. Where like even the Adesanya back and forth, like they've started something, but then he won't take that fight. It's like he misses moments and he misses these huge opportunities to.
No, but I see the Adesanya thing. I mean, he ain't stepping down as that isn't.
No, but the thing is, Adesanya said, just wait one more year, and I'll come up to you. And that Yan fight could have been Bones, and that fight could have been massive because they were building it.
Thankful for Adesanya, it wasn't really.
Well,
although maybe he would have made more of an effort to beef up. I don't know. He probably
it depends, doesn't it, and whether he would have beefed up or not. But if he'd have gone, he would have got smacked around. But either way, he goes back down to middleweight and he continues his championship down there. But yeah, I feel like Bones keeps missing these opportunities, and everyone's been calling for this heavyweight move. And he's talked himself out of the heavyweight fight because they've gone ahead and made Lewis versus Ngannou.
I know, but the only reason being is the money side of it. He's not happy about this money side, and I think he wants McGregor money, doesn't he? And he looks at it, and you get it in a way. You look at the records, you look at McGregor's record, you look at Bones' record, you look at how long someone's been the champ, you look how long someone's been undefeated, and you look at that on paper, and you think, fuck yeah, Bones, you deserve that. You're the greatest. Yeah. You're the GOAT. But then you look at the pay-per-view returns, and McGregor's pretty much top of the top 10 list. I think he's got like 8 in the top 10 list. I think nearly 2 were Lesnar and Mia. And
was it Ronda? Maybe
someone like that. But most of them are McGregor in that top 10 list. So that tells you you've got to either be fucking sell yourself better, be better on the mark, sell yourself better, do more crazy shit, and then Dana will give you that money. McGregor's earning more money for Dana than what Bones is. So that's why Dana can't give Bones the money what he would give McGregor, because
he can't.
He won't get the returns. You don't get the returns back. You get the returns off McGregor. You don't get the returns off Bones, whereas you should. That's not going on quality.
Yeah.
Bones is a much better fighter than what McGregor is. Way better. Yeah. Way better. He's
not even close.
But it's unfortunate that he hasn't got the other side of it, like the advertising side, and that's it, the people side, and that's where it gets you the money. That's why he isn't being offered what he wants.
There's 2 things with Bones. Like he messed up. He was going down the good guy route. I'm the best ever. I'm the best, and he was like, he had all the promotions behind him. He had night deals. He had these sponsorships. Don't forget, he's losing out on a lot of the sponsorship deals now because no one wants to go near him with his record of like smashing into pregnant women and doing cocaine, and like, they don't want to ruin their brand with his stupidity. Like now, have you seen what he does now? He takes videos of himself going around shooting like automatic weapons in the desert, and he's a bit loose, and I think he's lost a lot of those deals. Now, for me, he's always missed the opportunity for the big fights, and Ngannou's probably going to be his biggest fight, but the Lesnar fight, he should have took that years ago when Lesnar was interested, when Lesnar was young, when Lesnar came back and fought Mark Hunt. That would have been a perfect opportunity for Bones to step up, but he anticipated, like he just kept waiting for this moment which never came, and then he messed up his own career, and then the same again.
He had a suspension for a few years as well, don't forget.
He got suspended, and
he was in prison. And
the move to heavyweight, when I feel like those big names were there, he missed. Then the Adesanya thing, I feel like, yeah. So I feel like with the Adesanya thing, he just.
Amazon.
It's all right. I can cut it. Oh.
I knew it's Jesse's birthday coming up, wasn't it? So I was like, I've got something off the kids. So I was like, fuck's sake, I knew it was coming at this time. He said, no.
No.
Sorted now.
All right. Yeah, so I feel like the Adesanya thing, I feel like he should have took that fight before moving up to heavyweight. Because it'll never happen now. I just, unless, if Adesanya...
How tall is Adesanya?
He's tall enough, but I just don't see it now. Now he lost to Jan, I feel like the momentum's gone. It's just gone. I don't see him.
Losing to Jan lost an invincibility about Addy. We were talking about Addy. So we love him, don't we, Adson? And the thing is, we can look past that loss to Jan because he stepped up to a different weight and he didn't actually step up to a different weight. He didn't put the muscle mass. He didn't. It seemed to me he was lazy and stepping up to that weight. He was happy to be where he was. But I can look past that. I can look past that loss to Jan. That's fine. You've lost to Jan. What's going to happen is, though, there's a lot of people who are half fans of UFC who loved Adesanya, who were just getting into it, and then they're like Adesanya, and all this, and then they'll look at that and think, oh fuck, Adesanya's lost. That's wank, isn't it? Who was sporting now? I feel like he'd have lost so many half fans,
like
potential hardcore fans, but so many half fans that people just getting into it because he was the entertainment. He's been the entertainment for ages, and he was doing the right thing, knocking everyone out. He's got this undefeated record, which is weird. You didn't get undefeated records, and he's doing everything right. Yeah. He was a showman, mint on the mic, calling everyone out, calling the big boy, and then getting all these fans in. He's thinking, oh, this guy, oh, well, UFC, oh yeah, Adesanya, yeah, he's UFC. It's like, yeah, Adesanya, UFC. So it's like you talk to anyone in the street, and it's like there's a couple of names they know. Adesanya might be one if they're not into UFC. And then by losing, fuck me, man, that's detrimental. That's massively detrimental to what he's trying to build there. I think he just didn't take it serious. I think he didn't understand the power, like the strength of what Jan would bring, because he did. He was way stronger than him, like ridiculously stronger than him. I don't know, but I think he fucked himself over there, Adesanya. Really do with that fight.
Yeah, I think it's fucked himself over in terms of building this legacy of like invincibility, like you were saying, and the momentum for the Jones fight, because he was saying, I'm going to take the light heavyweight title, then move up to heavyweight and take that and fight Jones. But that won't happen. It just won't happen. It would take so much for him to get back to the light heavyweight that I just don't think it would ever. It would take too much time for him to build from middle to heavyweight in the right way, because I think that shocked him. Like when he took that fight, I think he realized the weight was the factor. It was the factor in the fight.
It was just completely outstrengthed, basically.
It was. He
had no answers to Jan's Polish power. And Polish, they do have power, as they're all bastards. They're strong as fuck. They might not be the most technical, but they're strong, aren't they? Like Polish, they're like a different breed, like farmers. They're strong, man. They've got it built in the bones. And I think Addy just sort of dance around him and
I think he'd pick him apart. But
where he can do that. If Jan stepped down, if they're at the same weight and Jan stepped down, then Izzy would do that. He'd fucking destroy him. That wouldn't even be a contest. But the fact Izzy went up and sort of disrespected him a bit in the way.
I think he took it. I think he took it too lightly as well. I
No,
think
that's what I'm saying. Disrespected him in
yeah.
the fact he didn't. I think he discounted Jan. I think he just assumed he was going to be the double champ because he's never lost. Maybe this loss is going to be the best thing in the world for Izzy.
Yeah,
Look what happened to Ngannou. Can you remember Ngannou when he lost to Stipe first time? He lost to Stipe first time, and then he lost to Lewis with the worst fight I've ever seen. And I thought, I thought this is the end of Ngannou because Ngannou come into the UFC and he blitzed everyone. He was doing the 10-second thing, wasn't he? Bosh, knocking every fucker out, done. And then he come against Stipe, and I was saying to Dawson, saying to our mate Dawson, and I said, Stipe is going to do. I reckon Stipe will do him. And Stipe did do him. And then after that, I fought Lewis, and then they had that weird fight where nothing happened. I thought, this is the end. This is the end of Ngannou. This mean, horrible fucking monster Ngannou, who you could portray as the villain. That'd be a mint villain in loads of Marvel films or DC films or anything. This is the end of him. And then all of a sudden, he just come back and he thought, bit down on his gum shield, and then he just went nuts again. He went back to what he was doing before.
Yeah.
And then he avenged that victory over Stipe, which I'm glad because I love Stipe. But
I like
the heavyweight needs fucking Ngannou. The heavyweight needs. No one gives a fuck about Stipe. No one cares unless you bang into it. No one gives a fuck about Stipe. People care about Ngannou. And you got all these African champions now. Can you imagine a UFC in Africa where you make a triple card of Ngannou versus fucking Jones? Matt, get on this. Ngannou versus Jones, and then you have Usman versus maybe Colby.
I reckon Colby. I don't know. What about? Because I don't know. It's got to be Colby. That's the best rivalry. That's bad
blood, though, isn't it? That's bad blood. And I can imagine the only reason I say Colby is because I can imagine he'd get fucking booed to fuck over there.
Yeah.
So in Africa, we're in Africa. They're saying, right, we're doing Africa. We're doing triple championship fights, and we're having Ngannou versus Bones. Yeah. You got Usman versus Colby, and then you put Izzy,
Whittaker
part two. Whittaker part 2, and Whittaker deserves it, man, because Whittaker's a fucking beast. He's a beast.
He's amazing. What Whittaker's done in that division, will go. It's strange that we're in a time where he's been bypassed for the title. Like Vettori shouldn't be fighting for the title. And I get why Adesanya wants to fight a bit early and Whittaker wanted wait, because of the whole, every time anyone fights from Australia or New Zealand, it's the quarantine period, isn't it? I think they have to quarantine like 3 or 4 weeks every time they leave.
In and out.
So there was a bit of an issue on that, and Adesanya didn't want wait until the August, September for the fight. Now I feel like he should have. I feel like I get Adesanya why he wants to get back in the ring, but at the same time,
Vettori's a tune-up.
Yeah.
But can you have a tune-up as a fucking champion? I don't think you can. I don't think it's fair on the other fighters. In boxing, right, champions get tune-ups. They get them.
Yeah, well, look at Canelo. He had that tune-up fight for the Saunders fight tonight.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
He had
Smith for Saunders, didn't he?
No, the Turkish guy.
He fought Smith as well, though, didn't he? He fought Callum Smith.
He fought
not long ago.
Yeah, no, he fought the Turkish guy after that.
Yeah, but in boxing, they get they get them tune-up fights, don't they? You didn't get that in UFC. So Izzy shouldn't be allowed Vettori. Vettori shouldn't be in with a fucking shout for that. And do you know the only reason Vettori's got that? Is because he didn't fight Till, because Till got injured. It was Till v Vettori.
Yeah.
So if Till was fit and beat Vettori, Till would be the one in with that for title shot against Izzy.
Yeah. And just for the record, it was that Avni Yildirim that Canelo fought back in February. But like, yeah, he was a tune-up fight. Once he finished him in round 3.
This shouldn't be allowed tune-up fights. It's ridiculous. It's like, if you're the champ, you fight the number 1 contender, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
I've always loved UFC because that's what they've always done. And if they're swaying away from that,
at least one of the top guys in it, like. Well, that Yildirim, was he even ranked in the top 5? I don't even know if he was ranked.
Yeah, but that's boxing though, isn't it?
No, I mean, I'm comparing like.
Yeah, so what would happen is though, if you bet on Canelo, say it was that Canelo v Yildirim, yeah, that Yildirim would have been about 20 to 1 to win.
Oh yeah.
Whereas if you're betting on UFC and you're betting like the equivalent to that, you're probably talking a fighter being about 5 to 1 or 6 to 1. Something like that. So, but that won't happen because in UFC, what I've always respected about the UFC is the fact that whenever the champion has always fought either the number 1 contender, or if he's already beat the number 1 contender, then it might number 2, number 3, number 4.
Yeah,
but it's always there.
Someone in the top. I think
that Vettori fight is that's a joke to me. I'm not happy with that. I'm sorry, it's good for Izzy. Izzy's like, fuck yeah, I'm taking that fight. It's an easy fight for me. Vettori's like, oh yeah, I'm taking that fight. I'm fighting for the title. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it.
Well, I'm just going to have a look. What are the UFC rankings for the middleweight at the moment? Who's the number 1 contender?
I'd imagine Vettori's about 8 or 9, something like that.
I think he's higher up than that, you know. He's free. Feared?
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know how he's bypassed.
Who's he beat?
We'll pull his record up because I am quite interested in this because.
So he must have jumped up when he got the fight then.
I don't know how he jumps up though. That high.
No, but he wasn't number 3 as he was going into that. He was going into his last fight way lower than that.
No, he was lower. I think he was just below Till, was he? But I don't get how he jumps to 3 with a win over Kevin Holland. Like any of them guys.
It's strange because Kevin Holland, man, he's a bit of a joke, isn't he? Really, he's a bit of a joker actor in the division.
I mean, the only guy that really you could say Vettori's beat is a Manson. Like you can't call Robertson, Sanchez, Holland. Holland's ranked, but
Holland's a joke though.
But yeah, I mean the blueprint for beating Holland is out there. I mean, he got exposed massively, didn't he?
Just gets taken down and fucking. He's just a bit of a, he's just a personal fight all the time. You can't. So that Holland victory has got him. There's no way he should be near that top 5.
Well,
no way he's near that top 5.
How's he bypassed Brunson then? That's what I want.
I don't know, because Brunson beat Holland. That was his last fight. Brunson beat Holland.
Yeah, and Brunson beat Edmund Shabazian. And he was undefeated, wasn't he, before?
Because Adesanya beat him.
Like look at this is who Brunson beat, and then Brunson beat Holland. But then that doesn't make sense.
Much better names though. Much better names on the list. That's what I mean. I think UFC have bumped Vettori up to that just purely because they want that fight to seem closer than what it's actually going to be. Because that fight's a joke. Izzy's going to fucking destroy him.
Yeah. These rankings though, the independents, they get how they do these rankings. They get so many of the top editors from all the different companies like MMA Junkie, MMA Fighting, and they all rank them.
Yeah, but it's bullshit though.
It is bullshit.
It's just bullshit. And I'll tell you why. Angela Hill got fucking raped on loads of her rankings when she should have been. She wasn't even a top 15 fighter for ages, and she was beating top 15 girls, and she still wasn't in the top 15. And that was it. It's a joke. That makes no sense. So you can't tell me that these rankings make sense.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. Not at least for this anyway. And this doesn't make sense. I saw this last week when
I love Jerry, man.
When Jerry Prochazka won.
Fucking love him.
I love him, and he's great, and he's probably most likely going to be the next champion. But he didn't deserve to beat overpower Rakic. He just did, and not yet. I don't get how he jumped. I think he was.
Yeah, but Reyes was number 3. That's right. Look, Reyes. Look, if you look, Reyes has gone down 2. So Reyes was number 3. So you can't have Jerry, who's just beat Reyes, be below Reyes, can you? So I get that.
No, because Rakic was number 2. Rakic was number 2.
Ah, yeah, I see. Yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Maybe,
Rakic beat Santos.
Yeah.
Rakic beat Santos, and
yeah, but Santos isn't. I know what you're saying.
Reyes shouldn't have been even at number 3 anyway.
Yeah, but I think that Jerry is the fucking real deal.
He is great, but like I do feel for Rakic because basically they've counted him out. He should have been next for the title after Texera. It should have been Rakic, or they should have Rakic versus Prochazka. And they should fight it out for number 1 contender.
Yeah, but what sells better? Jerry Spells. He's way more selling. Do you know why? He looks like the baddie out of that Van Damme film. Bloodsport, was it? Like that baddie who used to walk at you like that. He's got that weird walk with his hair. He's like he's got to do that thing. Oh, he's a scary motherfucker, man. He's a scary bastard, and he's way better selling than. I'll get the baddie from Bloodsport.
That guy. Is that him?
No, that's not the dude. Maybe it wasn't Bloodsport.
Oh, that was the era though, wasn't it? With all the like Van Damme films. Remember, was it Kickboxer?
Kickboxer. It was Kickboxer, not bloody Bloodsport. Kickboxer, bad guy. Check him out, Dad. He's got the same hair as Yenny.
There we go.
That's what I mean. But Yenny did that apparently because it was like he's really into his martial arts. He's read the book. He's like a Dalai Lama, isn't he? He's like a monk, and he's like properly into like this martial arts thing, and with these. Looks like him, doesn't he?
Did you see that interview he did in the post-fight press conference about what they said? Oh, you've won the fight bonus. What are you going to spend your fight bonus on? And he goes, I'm going to buy an expensive car and crash it. He's going to buy an expensive car and crash it, and then I might buy an house. I might go live in the woods.
Yeah, do you know what? That got him to number 2. Serious. You say something's normal. He was probably number 3 in the rankings. No, I'm going to buy a car and crash it and live in the woods. You're number 2. You just bumped yourself up, Yenny. Well done. We want to see more of you.
No, he is a character, and be an interesting champion. I tell you that he'll be an interesting champion. And yeah, I think. What did you think of Belllator last night? The fights anyway. MVP won.
MVP won in emphatic style again. That kick, he didn't get touched. MVP, I love his style, and I big him up all the time. He's lost once to the champ. And on that fight, he got caught and he got knocked clean out. He looked fucking good he looked good on that fight.
He did look good.
He was just probably a bit naive, and he left because he's never ever going to have a guard. He's not ever. MVP is never ever going to put his hands up. It's that Wonder Boy. He's so similar to Wonder Boy. And it'd be such a strange fight watching them two fight. It'd be amazing. It'd be really interesting to watch because people like who's Tony Fierce, what the hell's going on here? There's no guard, there's no nothing. But he impresses me every time, man. His highlight reel is the best, probably the best MMA highlight reel you will see. What MVP's got. He's lost one fight against the champ where he was looking good in the fight. He's got mid-wins against people like your Dailies and stuff. He's good on the mic. He's got the thing going on. He's got his own brand. I don't understand why he isn't a fucking superstar. I don't know if I put it down to him. It's like he should be. It's disrespectful to Bellator right now to say like he should be in the UFC and be a champion, but I feel like he should. I feel like his career, he'll look back at his career and look down on it if he doesn't become a champion of UFC and not just a champion, like dominate Bellator. And he's running out of time. He's 34 now, and this should have happened fucking years ago with MVP as. It's like, this should have happened 5 years ago. He's had that talent. He's always had the same thing. He's always done the same thing. He's a power ranger, he's a superhero. You come out with the that Thanos glove with all the Infinity Stones. It's like, he's the bollocks. I love him. I love him to bits. And I love the entertainment when he fights.
You know what, though? I disagree in the UFC thing. I think he's exactly where he should be. And I think he won't regret it because he's making a shitload of money and is at the forefront of the biggest change in MMA right now. I think Bellator is on the cusp of becoming a very, very, very close rival with the UFC. And I feel like that will switch in the next few years. I don't think we're going to be seeing, like, it's a massive difference at the moment, but in terms of the Bellator organization, they've made a lot of cuts as well. So it looks like they're progressing. And they're looking for the top.
But they've cut the shit, like the celebrities, basically.
Oh, no, they've made massive cuts. They've made massive cuts, not just the celebrities, but a lot of like good fighters who are on the back of wins. Our man Will Fleury, who we interviewed last year in the pandemic, he's been cut, and he was coming off a win.
What is the reason why he got cut?
They're just cutting. They just what they're doing. I think they're looking for more competitors. I think they're looking to thin out some of the fighters to bring in to make the divisions more, I don't know, competitive. I think sometimes Bellator
got your names. You got your names, haven't you? Cyborg's in there.
Oh, it's not just
you've got Johnson. Though, you've got Romero.
It's the level like. Some of the fights, like you see, like some of the fights that Gallagher has had, like the level is like that. Like with a lot of UFC fights, they like this, aren't they? Like the levels between the fighters, like they're very close. And even when someone does get knocked out, it's never in. It's very rare where you look at it and you say, oh, there's a class difference. There's an absolute class difference. Like I know Usman's like a level above Masvidal and Colby, but they're still great. They're still hanging. But you know, like a good example would be CM Punk. When CM Punk went into that cage, he was out of his depth, and it was a complete different level. And I feel like sometimes you do see that in Bellator. You're watching fighters and you're thinking, oh, you know, like he's getting swamped. He's drowning. He's not just getting beat. He's drowning. Right.
So you're saying the transition period, yeah?
I think.
So right. Riddle me this, Anaz. You say the transition period. So why the hell has Chandler fucked off in Bellator, gone UFC, and now got a title shot within one fight? That's like.
I think that shows the level of. I think that shows some of the levels of.
And then, if Bellator was where it was, then they wouldn't be losing Chandler, would they? At this moment, I know what you're saying. Listen, UFC are there at the moment, and Bellator are here. And Bellator try and close that gap. And I think they are. And if they can keep your people like Chandler's, which they didn't, but if they can keep AJ McKee is massive. He's massive to Bellator. Bellator, they get AJ McKee, fucking wrap him in and promise him the fucking world and keep him there because he's this super young dude who's probably the most talented person on this earth.
Yeah.
I can't see anyone beating AJ McKee. He's ridiculous. He'll fuck Pitbull up. In that final, when they're meeting in that final, he'll fuck him up. And it showed he won that fight. But when McGregor won the Aldo fight, he won the Aldo fight when he took his belt off him and Aldo was a bit thingy in the press conference. Well, AJ McKee won the Pitbull fight on the first round of that Grand Prix when he was begging him to pick him, because Pitbull had the opportunity to pick anyone, and he was like, pick me, going up to him, pick me, and he picked someone else, Pitbull did. And I thought, you shit out there, Pitbull shit out.
Yeah.
And AJ McKee won that fight then. He'll fuck Pitbull up, and he'll win that title, and we'll see if he goes to UFC, then we know that they're not that close, because that's their star.
Yeah.
If their star stays at Bellator and Bellator start chucking more money, then maybe Bellator start poaching some fucking more UFC people.
Well,
and then you get from there. Not just UFC. You've got different champions. There's one that's just started as well, isn't there? There's another one.
Yeah.
And that's just started, and they're doing that now on like Thursday nights. You know.
Yeah.
There's different organisations where you can pick these people on. So you got your McKee and people like that. Who are they going to go to? They're thinking, we won't go to UFC, because we're a feeder. Or if you're like Cage Warriors, you're a feeder to UFC, because if you're held into the Fight Pass thing, that it's controlled by them. But you want
there's definitely links, isn't there, there's definitely strong links between Cage Warriors and UFC. I don't know how strong. I don't know.
I reckon. Did they own them? Did UFC own Cage Warriors?
I don't
percentage.
I don't think they do, but
I bet they've got shares in them.
There's something. They've got an organization, or they've got a deal. Like they've got some kind of contract somewhere. They've got something going there, because a lot of Cage Warriors fighters end up in the UFC. It's a feeder to it.
There's a lot of things. I mean, Bellator are the closest, and I've been telling my brother, but again, so it's like, it's all right for us to say, it's all right for your MMA fans, your proper fans to say, oh yeah, Bellator, it's all this, it's all that. You ask your normal fucking fight fan on the streets, your normal Joe Blogs on the streets, are you going to watch some Bellator, or are you going to watch the UFC? Oh, watching UFC. Like, that's what they go, won't they? They'll go to that because that's what they know as. That's what they know. They don't. If you're not properly into it, you won't go fuck about Bellator fighters. You cared about the main events on UFC.
This is where it's going to change. The deal that they struck with the BBC, where every Bellator event is free.
BBC have got to push it then.
Yeah, BBC have got work harder to give it a better push, advertise it a bit more, because it's huge. The fact that you can get free fights are every Bellator event free is massive, absolutely huge. And
I watched this on iPlayer today. The replay.
Yeah,
didn't watch it live because it's on a stupid time. Got up this morning. Watched it on iPlayer, full HD.
Yeah.
Fucking the full fight. They even had separate things. If you just wanted to watch the MVP fight, they had a thing where you can just go on that. 16 minutes long. They showed you the entrance, the fight, and the interview with John McCarthy after. And that's it. You can just watch them in blocks, or you can watch the whole event.
Yeah.
Fucking great setup.
It's great.
Brilliant
it's
setup.
Brilliant. And
did you know it was on? Did BBC? I only knew it was on because I follow it and everything like that. So I knew. It's like, oh, there's Bellator on and it's on that night. I didn't see it anywhere where it's advertised on TV. There's nowhere it was advertised. Even when I went on BBC iPlayer, right, and I clicked on the iPlayer, you expected it to see like, Bellator main event or highlights, Bellator and all this. I had to search for it. So I went on sports and I was still fucking searching for it. I had to type in Bellator on the search engine. As soon as I typed it in, it come up. But it was a ball ache though, as it wasn't easy to get to.
Yeah.
But as soon as I did get to it, meant everything. Fucking HD, coverage, everything was meant.
No,
like you just said, it's with BBC, but it's only on the internet side. It's not on the main broadcasting channel. And it's not advertised anywhere. It's hard to find.
This is the thing. I mean, don't forget, a lot of TVs nowadays, they've got iPlayer built in. A lot of TVs, but like you say, if they were showing that, I don't actually know if it was on. Is it on the main channels? No. So yeah, I feel like that's laying it down a bit. They should be pushing it a bit more.
No, just advertise it. Just say it's on iPlayer.
Yeah.
Just say it's on iPlayer. Say, oh, we've got this event coming up. It's on iPlayer. Watch it. It's on daily hours, and it'll be on iPlayer. It'll be repeated for the next 20, 30 days. Just fucking put it on in between programs on BBC and say that this is on iPlayer. That's all you got to do. But there's nothing. I've seen nothing. There's been nothing like that. You've got to know it's on and search for it, or if you don't know it's on, then you don't fucking find it.
What it is though, at least it's a step in the right direction compared to how it was before, because we had a lot of arguments as fight fans ourselves over in the UK. It was never easy to watch Bellator. One event could be split over 3 different channels. It was on Sky, it was on Channel 5, and it was on Channel 5 Star, and it was on BBC. They split like one event. I think in the US, it might have been, I don't know for US fans, but it might be a lot easier for them to watch it. It might all be on one nice, easy channel and advertised. But in the UK, Bellator was always split over multiple channels on one event. So you'd have the prelims, or you'd have one event, one fight on this channel and one fight on that channel. It was really confusing for the hardcore fan, never mind any casual fan or like Joe Blogs down the street. So it's nice to see, at least for us, the hardcore fans, they pulling it out the bag, and it gives us a bit more consistency. When a Bellator is on, we know it's going to be on. It's going to be on BBC iPlayer, and we can watch it for free. There's no cost. It's going in the right direction. I don't think they're there yet, but they will be. And like I say, if they can keep some of the big names, the reason why I think Chandler moved is 2 reasons. He's near the end of his career. He's not near the beginning. I feel like he's made his money in Bellator. He's probably made a shitload more. In fact, he said he made more money in Bellator than he did for his UFC debut, which says a lot. Unless he wins the title, I don't think
he's only fought once.
Yeah. But unless he wins,
he's had a lot of fights in Bellator, though.
No, I mean, like, if he's paid in Bellator, one fight versus the fight that he had in UFC. Right. I think if you compare the fights, I think it's the contracts are massively different. It's the sponsorship. It always comes down to the sponsorship.
Yeah, you just told you Monster can. Everyone's there. Monster, Luke, Monster, Valentina, Monster.
They don't get much money for it though, do they? They don't get that much money for it, because it's all the sponsorships go through the UFC first, and they get a share of the revenue from the UFC.
No, but the fighter must get money for it, because you wouldn't push it that much. If you weren't getting paid for advertised Monster, right, as a fighter,
right, you know how it works.
Then right. you wouldn't be like this all the time. Pass that can, like this. Oh right. Look.
Yeah.
And then, this wrong way. It's like if you weren't getting paid, you'd be like, oh, pass me the can. Yeah, Monster, fucked off.
Well, some of them do, but I don't know if you know about the Cruise situation. The guy who runs the Monster, the one who does, he's like the in between guy. He's the sort of the guy that deals with the UFC and stuff from Monster. He's held a lot of the fighters at blackmailed them and ransomed them into sponsorship deals. So they do get extras if they do like a promo shoot, or they come and do an advert, or they could do some like photo shoots. So they do get a little bit extra, but it still goes through the UFC.
Blackmail seems harsh. Basically, what's blackmail? You pay someone to do something. It's like, I'll give you money if you hold your Monster can. That's not blackmail. That's the same.
No. But did you hear what Cruz said about the guy?
No.
So basically, this guy, he goes round and he says, "Take pictures with me, and I'll get you on the next promo advert, or I'll do this for you." So he's been going round taking pictures with people and doing videos with him, and he's told them like they have to pretend be his mate. for like social media and everything. So he's on like the gram and all that and Twitter and everything. And he's taking these videos with like a UFC fighter and they're pretending to be all like buddy with him. And that's why Cruz, remember that weird call out after his last fight? He called out that guy. That was the guy from Monster. And and this is what it was all about, because he's been blackmailing and blackmailing.
I don't remember the weird call out, to be honest with you. I can remember there being something awkward. But
I'm going to have to see if I can get that, because it was a massive
because I can remember, because someone mentioned something. I can't remember who was in the commentary box at the time, but they did mention something. I thought it seemed a bit weird what it was. I didn't really understand it, so you just shake it off then.
Right, I've got it here. Let me know if you can see the audio.
See audio?
Oh, hear it. Can you hear it?
No.
Right, let me try that again. Let's see if we can get that up. Try it again.
Can edit this part, can't you?
Yeah, we can get it in. Share computer sound. Here we go. Right. Put my...
Fight, but you really
Yeah, I can hear that.
in the third round. The third round, by securing those 2 takedowns, that seemed to be there was a big moment in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, usually I don't score takedowns a lot, is what I hear from everybody, but I guess in mixed martial arts, you gotta mix it up, right?
Don, was there anything surprising about this fight for you?
Yeah, he looks fucking
maybe the
good,
rate
bro.
that Casey was able to keep for 2. He kept a pretty good pace for the first 2 rounds. I kind of expected I could outpace him there too, and he kept up.
So you got the victory. What's next? What's the plan?
This is it.
I don't know, Joe. You know, what I plan to do is always stay focused on the task at hand and then make the plans afterwards, you know? It's been a long, awesome, amazing journey.
I don't think he is.
Up to this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would love to get a charity fight lined up. You know, this is the day and age, Joe, where a lot of fake people can take pictures next to Lamborghinis, post it on Instagram, and then the Lamborghini is theirs, right?
Yeah, Joe tries to shove it off, doesn't he?
You know,
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, it was that awkward.
Holding a lot of fighters hostage. Been saying he's an awesome pro fighter, and that he can take out everybody, and he's picking his fights. I would love for Monster to pick a charity of their choice.
Oh shit, he's calling out Hans?
And, me and Hans, he's got 100 pounds on me.
What the fuck?
He's got a ton of surgeries. I got a ton of surgeries.
Why is he talking?
Charity.
What's the deal?
Pound advantage. And,
What's the deal? What's the beef with
got a
Hans?
good shot at charity and make a lot of money for him. And he's been forcing us to comment on photos, forcing us to do videos,
You got to looking down at the camera.
hold our contracts hostage. Let's see. You put your money where your mouth is, Hans. And
Damn.
charity.
I'm sorry this has become a political event, but
Joe's mortified.
Joe's like there holding his monster can. Oh, fuck.
It was a bit weird though at the time. Like I don't know why.
No, I saw it. I didn't have a clue what the fuck until you mentioned it.
I
Then
didn't at the time.
until you mentioned it, I didn't have a clue what the fuck he was banging on about. But I remember when you started talking about it, I thought I can remember Joe being awkward like afterwards.
Yeah.
I didn't think you played the end of it then, but it was like there was an awkward moment where Joe was like trying to defend it in a way.
He was trying to move on.
Yeah.
And Cruz kept going on about it. Like, he kept pulling it back. He didn't.
But I didn't understand what was going on. So clearly that's what was going on.
I didn't know who the guy was until I did some research after and found out he's the guy that he deals with all the fighters from Monster. So yeah, apparently he's holding them all hostage, forcing them comment on his pictures and take videos and everything with him. So
no one did that fight, didn't you? Get Jake Paul on that fight.
Yeah, get Jake Paul.
Jake Paul v Monster.
I tell you what, Jake Paul is doing something right to get Floyd Mayweather that angry as he was.
Mate.
He is doing something right. He is
Got your hat. Gotcha.
Gotcha. He's pulled up like as soon
That
as
pissed me off though. Once it piss you off, someone just did that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You'd feel like you're not fucking banging, wouldn't you?
Well, I tell you what, he is clever because about 4 or 5 hours after that, look at this. This is what happened 4 or 5 hours after that event. Jake Paul's website got you out.
No. Straight on it.
Straight
Oh, do you know
on it.
what? I want one.
I know.
$25 for no man.
Too much.
I do want one though. Do you know why, Has? Fucking people are giving him loads. Listen, I hated the guy. I mean, like properly hated the guy. I didn't even know him. I didn't know the guy for ages. And then I thought, wow, I hate this guy. What the fuck is he? And then I'm thinking, he's a funny fucking marketing dude, man. He's a marketing person's dream, isn't he? And people are saying that this Mayweather fighting Logan and stuff like that. I thought, I didn't know what was going on. Mayweather's fighting Logan. It's like, or if Mayweather fights Jake, say Mayweather fights Jake Paul next. Mayweather beats him in the first round, which is what will happen. That's what will happen. People are saying, oh no, he should be fighting like someone else like Canelo Alvarez, like whoever. But he can't. That's impossible. If you're going to go out, if Jake Paul fights an amateur fighter, an amateur boxer, if Jake Paul fights an amateur boxer, he loses, right?
Yeah.
So where's the marketing and fighting some fucking amateur boxer down the road? There's nothing there. No one gives a fuck. He's fighting an amateur boxer. If you go and lose, you might as well market it the best you possibly can and get the best name you can. If he doesn't get Mayweather, there's no way Jake Paul is fighting if Mayweather says no, that was done, right? Jake Paul wouldn't fight. He'd try to go for McGregor. If McGregor says no, he'd try to go for Canelo. If Canelo says no, there's only certain people. Usman, which he has been. He's been fucking tooting Usman. Usman says no, he'll go to someone else. But it's got to be elite. It's got to be elite because no matter what, he is losing. He is losing if he fights that level, he's losing. If he fights this level, he's losing. Because even if he fights amateur boxers in a boxing match, amateur boxers are going to beat him. So you can't have Paul losing to an amateur boxer because there's no marketing. It's shit for money. It's shit for everything. There's nothing there. You've got to have him lose. When he loses, unless he wins, unless he's setting him up to win, which he wouldn't set him up against an amateur boxer, he set him up against Ben Askren, which is fucking perfect, absolutely perfect.
It was
perfect person. You've got the backing behind. It's like there couldn't have been a better person for him to fight. So unless he's fighting another Ben Askren where he's set up for win, then you either fighting one way he's set up for win, which he's struggling fine now, or you're fighting the best, most elite athlete, and then you're just going to lose. Which is what's going to happen. But you're going to make millions.
I think he's got 3 options. It's 3 options. It's going to be another celebrity. So like a huge.
I don't think that's an option. That is not an option. A celebrity is an option because he is professional now.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to take. He's not like you say. He's not going to take a middle of the road boxer or. No. It's got because
he'll lose, and it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. It's got to be an elite level.
You might as well
boxer.
lose to the best.
Yeah, it's got to be an elite level boxer. But I don't know if they could sanction that because the Logan Paul versus Mayweather. It's classed as an exhibition. But could they actually sanction Jake Paul to fight a top level boxer in a pro fight that isn't an exhibition? Could they? Could they sanction that?
But why does it need to be?
Well, because he's gone pro now, isn't he? I'm sure. Is he classed?
But so he's fighting his brother. So Mayweather's that Jake Paul got involved. So what's going to happen is what's going to happen is it's set up for 2 fights, isn't it?
Yeah.
What they've done, they've set up perfectly for about Mayweather set it. Say Mayweather set up. Mayweather looked fucking pissed off, to be fair. But the polls have set it up for 2 fights perfectly.
Yeah,
they've got that worldwide. That there, got your hat. I want that on a fucking t-shirt. I want that as a hat. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's funny.
It was good.
I love Mayweather. Mayweather's the greatest there's ever been, but that's funny. It's just Paul being a dick. He's like, you just want to go wring his little neck, don't you, and just give him a slap. It's funny. It's like, normally the person I'd hate, that is. But he's advertising it mint. He don't give a fuck. So, yeah, what's going to happen is Mayweather's going to beat Logan, and then Jake Paul's going to come in. Oh, I won't fight the person who's been brother. And then Mayweather's going to beat Jake. And they're all going to make hundreds of millions and all swim in a big pool of money together and all be best friends afterwards. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that is what's going to happen.
And there's no other out. That is the only thing what can happen there. People keep saying, "Oh, he's going to get hit. He's going to get hit." It's like he's in a boxing match. No one gets hit unless he gets fucking one massive punch and then he's out. But they let it go. In boxing, in UFC, they let it go. They don't do that in boxing. They're fine. They're fine. They're in safe hands. Fucking hell, they'll be going in there earning 100 million stupid money each. It's going to be literally worldwide, the most tweets, the most everything, because the polls are involved against the fucking greatest ever boxer. They're all quids in. They're all happy. It's a fucking great marketing ploy. Great marketing ploy.
They're great at what they do. They're great at what they do, and they infuriate so many people. But they're making a lot of money.
I can imagine. It's like when he fought Askren, which I thought was funny. He followed one person on Instagram, didn't he? And that was Askren's wife.
Askren's wife, yeah.
That's funny, man.
He is genius.
That's some funny shit. It's like, I follow one person, Askren's wife. It's like, come on, it's like fucking hilarious.
Did you see that video? Did you see that video that was on? I'm going to have to go soon, so we'll have to wrap it up in a minute. But before we do, there's a video with Jake Paul and the crowd during the face-off with his brother, and there's those guys in the crowd, and he just kept getting "Do you lift, bro? Do you lift?" Did you see that?
No.
And he thought
I saw DC go up to him. DC wasn't happy with him, was he?
He thought it was basically. He thought it was he thought it was Floyd Mayweather's bodyguards, but it was Jarrell Miller, the heavyweight boxer.
Oh, that's it.
Hang on, I'll play it for you. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Here we go. To your left, bro. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's on there.
I was in stitches watching that. It's our kind of humour.
Do you lift? Hey bro, do you lift? Bro, do you lift? Do you lift?
Boxing, man. We give you millions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you a bodyguard friend?
Bodyguard?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to shake hands.
Oh,
man. No, I'm a boxer.
Okay. Do you lift though?
Yeah, I lift.
It's cringe on it. Fair play though. He's trying to
It's brilliant.
I love that shit, man. I love his people. Listen, I understand why people will hate him, but everyone will have an opinion. People will either hate him or they'll love him, and I hated him and now I love him. I was like, I'm going to that point. It's like, I wanted him fucking not asking out, and I'm so glad he did. Because he's so fucking... Have you seen that? He did that song with his brother. That I love you, bro. Like, it's so fucking pathetic. But it's hilarious. It's just hilarious. I love the arrogance.
I do. He's
going to get humble. It's ridiculous. Like the Mayweather thing's ridiculous, isn't it? But he's got a Mayweather's head, so
but to be fair, though, what what's crazy is, did you actually see the size difference in that when they did the face off? Like as much as like
It
we're
doesn't
all.
matter.
I know it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're building it up like there's a chance.
I know, like if it was a normal boxer, yeah, but like it's weird that they're allowing these like crazy fights. Though.
In fact, just before we go, can you get odds up on there and show it on the screen? If you can, go on Bet365.
Yeah.
You'll find this fucking weird, because I found it dead weird.
What are we going on?
Go on Bet365. Go on boxing, MMA. Can you get this up on the screen?
I'll pull it up.
Because I was showing the odds make no sense to me whatsoever. Because there's professional fighters who are fighting at completely different odds than what you can get for the Mayweather and Logan Paul fight, which is super weird. Like better odds. I'll show you what I mean if it loads up. Is it not loading up?
Is it under boxing? I'm just going to have a look on.
No, but I need to see what's on before.
What was it? Logan Paul?
Go on, try log in again. Because it would work if you can get on the accumulators. So I want you to see the odds of the boxers before that fight.
Bet365 is not working.
Oh, that sucks. Well, basically, there's Mayweather versus Logan Paul, right?
Yeah.
Logan Paul is 11s, yeah? 11s, that's it. The fight before Mayweather and Logan Paul is two professional boxers, right? And the underdog is 20s. So they're saying two professional boxers. So what they're saying, there's two professional boxers fighting.
Logan Paul got more chance of beating the greatest ever boxer than
two professional boxers fighting. That pretty much double the chance. How ridiculous is that? I just want to see it on paper. It's insane.
That is
it's
insane.
Absolutely insane. It makes no sense.
See if I can get it up on my phone.
Yeah, I'll show you now. I'll get on it now.
Yeah, I'm up on it. It's only showing me. I can only find the Canelo fight. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's going across.
Fight.
New gate up.
Oh no, actually, I think it might be on Sky Bet.
Oh, try that.
Yeah, gate up on Sky Bet. And go on accumulators on boxing at the top.
Accumulators.
All fights by a day.
All fights by a day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right.
so Floyd Mayweather.
What date is it on?
Right, so it's on June.
There we go.
So if you open June the 6th, yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Then look at Floyd Mayweather's odds.
Yeah.
So it's 1 point. Oh, you're on fractions, aren't you? On there.
Yeah.
So he's 1 to 25 to 10 to 1. So if you look at Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares on Sunday the 30th, go on Sunday the 30th. So open up Sunday the 30th, go down one. You haven't opened it up.
Oh, there, yeah.
So that guy there, that's two professional boxers. One of them's 20 to 1, one of them's 1 to 8. So what they're saying is there's more chance of Logan Paul beating Floyd Mayweather, a non-professional boxer, beating the greatest of all time, the greatest that's ever lived, versus Logan Paul, there's more chance of Logan Paul beating Mayweather than there is of Linares beating fucking Devin Haney.
I want
Is
to see
that
what.
fucking, is that insane?
Let's have a look at his record.
He's a Venezuelan boxer. But he's a professional boxer, though, as. So all I can say is for that, he's a professional boxer.
He's a professional boxer, but he's got a good record as well.
It's insane. It's insane. So he is double the odds of fucking Logan Paul. Double. That Logan Paul's 10-1. This guy's 20-1.
Insane. What's
the thinking there?
And like look at the Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders odds as well. Like, would you say Canelo is like the best pound for pound boxer right now?
You got Canelo 1-5 and Billy 4-1, haven't you? But that guy, Logan Paul, is against the greatest, the GOAT, the person who's never lost, is twice as shit at the odds as Linares.
That's
Do you
unbelievable.
see what I mean? I don't get.
That is
I don't
unbelievable.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But that's a fact. That's what Sky better doing. So. It's not nothing I'm going to bet on. So like I say, I'm steering clear. But if you ever had fucking millions of pounds,
yeah, perhaps they try and entice people bet on Logan Paul.
If you ever had millions of pounds, you put it on fucking Mayweather because you gain, I don't know, about $4 grand off $1 million or something.
You know what it is? I think Sky Bet, they're panicking a little bit just in case loads of people. Like, don't forget, there's going to be loads of people who are putting money on Logan Paul because they don't know boxing, and they're probably thinking we can't afford put this
we
guy.
Can't pay it out. We can't physically pay it out.
Yeah, I mean, imagine loads of people start putting down like crazy money on Logan Paul.
Yeah, bet 365 like that then. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, come on, Mayweather.
But imagine 1,000 to 1, like people are whacking loads of money on it, and he wins.
But they'd be out of business. They'd be out of business. But you can't have fucking Logan at 10-1 and that professional boxer at 20-1, can you?
It's
against that professional boxer's against a fucking unknown. I've never heard of that person who was boxing. Hanley, or whatever his fucking name was.
No, I haven't.
You got Logan. It's insane.
So, on that note, I think we'll leave it there, and we'll catch up next week. And thanks for listening, everyone. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Cheers, guys.
So here's to the fighters, the fans and the game. Here's to the blood, sweat and tears and the fame. And here's to McKee, you ready to go on the brutally honest MMA show.